And the Best Actor award goes to Rich Dollars. So this episode opens up with Drewski meeting Jules at this basketball event that he's having. And Drewski is wanting to get some advice from Jules Santana. Because I feel like I was mixing him up with Juju. Anyway, he wants to get some advice from him concerning Sky. Because he said that they're having trust issues. She's going through his things. Then he drops this dime of knowledge that he filmed her going through his phone. Drewski, you are so lame. You are blaming Sky for you being trash. You have given her reason to not trust you, and yet you're trying to go off on, I don't trust her, we're having trust issues, she's looking through my phone. She should. She should. You have played her on national TV. She shouldn't trust you. Rich and Peter meet up, and Peter tries to convince Rich to forgive Cisco because they had their whole come to Jesus meeting last week, and he's trying to convince him that he's going through some issues, so you should give him another chance. And then Rich, who I agree with, is like, no, I'm not going to give this dude another chance. He constantly violates the friendship, and I constantly forgive him. He's already tried to put his hands on me, and it's just too much drama being his friend. And I understand that. There are some people who are just toxic, and you got to let them go. It looks like Cisco is one of them because he seems to be causing a lot of problems in the group. So I can't believe it, but I agree with Rich. And then Rich tries to drop this Mr. Miyagi wisdom, and it just doesn't land well because he goes through this whole thing about a frog and a scorpion, and he tries to like be very reasonable and sentimental, and then Peter comes in and he's just like, oh, but Cisco's not a scorpion, he's a Capricorn. Dun-dun-dun. It didn't land well, Rich. Well, then we get this scene with the baby mother brigade, and I'm just so over it because they're so miserable. So Erica is throwing the birthday party for her son Asim, and Samantha shows up with little Mendices, and I'm telling you, those kids love each other because when Asim saw Mendices, he was like, oh my goodness, big brother. He ran up to him and he hugged him, and they were just so happy to see each other. And I know that love that they have with each other, they also have with their brothers and sisters from Yandy. And the fact that these women are keeping them apart for petty storylines is absolutely disgusting, and I am so sick of this storyline. I hope it does not come back next season because these women are bitter, angry, and they're just coming off extremely horrid. Not even 2 seconds into them seeing each other, they start talking about Yandy, about how she didn't show up. Okay, Erica, did you invite her? I doubt it. She didn't get an invite. I doubt that Yandy knew anything about this party. Then Samantha chimes in, oh, she doesn't want to be a part of this unity. Who would want to be a part of that bitter baby mother brigade with you guys? You are so miserable. I don't even want to be around you, and my womb has not even given birth to a Mendices. You are so miserable. Then Judy walks in. Miss Judy. I'm respectful. I was raised right. She walks in, the girls bring her outside because they want to tell her that Yandy and Mendices is not actually married. You guys need help. You are so obsessed about this woman who Mendices chose. I don't understand it. You guys are making your lives a living hell over a dude that's 5'7" and a felon. Why? Why? He chose who he wanted to be with. He does not want to be with you. Let it go. This is why, ladies, you have to protect your vagina and never for 1 second think that a baby will keep a man, because these women are mad at a woman who has nothing to do with their relationship with this man or their son. They are upset with her because at the end of the day, they can do all this junk. I don't want him. I've moved on. At the end of the day, they are pissed at the fact that he chose her over them. This man went on national TV after implanting his seed in the both of them and vowed that he loved another woman and wanted her to take his last name, which they saw that she did. They had this extravagant wedding with celebrities. VH1 paid for it. It was jewels. The whole world watched it. It was filmed beautifully. They sat there and they watched it, and the bitterness grew because at the end of the day, Yandy is the one who they believe is standing in the way of their happiness, because I cannot let them sit up here and lie and say they don't want this dude. Because when they look at their sons, they see him. And every woman wants her family to be put together. Every woman wants to be with the man that she bore his child. Because when you look at that kid, you see that man. So you feel like your home isn't, or your family isn't complete unless you two are together. But then you zero in on Yandy and you're just like, she is destroying my own form of happiness. She didn't. Because if it wasn't Yandy, it would have been somebody else. It would have never been you. Mendices does not want you, Erica. Mendices does not want you, Samantha. Let it go. I'm sorry that, the viewers are sorry that he put his penis in you. But he doesn't want you. You have to move on. You have to let these boys, these kids be a family. Because at the end of the day, the only people that are suffering here are the kids. You gotta let it go. Yandy's didn't take Yandy's. Oops. Coined the term. Coined the new name. Celebrity couple. Yandy's. Yandy didn't take Mendices from you. He never was yours. You guys gotta let it go. Oh, Lara Galore. Is it Lara Galore? Major Galore. Who is Lara Galore? She's probably some Instagram model. Anyway, Major Galore is rehearsing. She's dropping it like it's hot. She's shaking her butt and she's squeezing her breast on the altar of the Lord. Whoa! Whoa, that was a little much for me to take in. And I'm not even that religious, you know what I mean? But I was really offended by that. I'm just like, it's this holy altar and you are just disrespectful, highly disrespectful. Anyway, she invites Cisco to this unholy rehearsal, and they start bringing up Mariah Lynn, and Cisco starts talking about how he had to buy her groceries. This is what I'm going to say about that. If you had to help somebody out who was who was in such a dire need of help that you had to buy them groceries, because that's like a low point. Like when you need people to buy you food, like nourishment to survive, you are really going through. It's so tacky and just ugly to bring that up. If you did something from the bottom of your heart, do that. Don't bring it up to try to shame a person for being in need, because you never know when you're going to be in that same situation. Clock it. Oh, and to add, Major Galore made this comment about Cisco, and it hit me a certain way, because she said that he's highly respected in the industry. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I have no idea what Cisco, what is he doing? What is his job? I feel like Cisco is the Tommy of this entire franchise, because nobody knows exactly what does he do. I have no idea, but he's highly respected. Houseway. So Jay, Adrian, and Snoop. Nope. I'm absolutely 1000% not covering this couple. I can't. They irk me so much because I just don't believe it. I feel like Jay Adrian is trying to get an acting gig. And honey, you need to go on like some legitimate stuff. Like try audition for a Lifetime movie. Not Love and Hip Hop. It don't flip for you the way you think it's going to. And also, where is this kid, this 13-year-old boy that you abandoned to come chase Set It Off down here in New York City? Like, where is DH? Where's the baby's father? Moving on. Yandy and Miss Judy meet and they discuss the birthday party. And Yandy, of course, like I told you, did not know about this party. She's distraught because, Yandy, stepmom of the universe, would have been there. Anyway, Yandy tells Miss Judy that she has these recordings of Erica and Samantha talking about trying to like destroy her and break up her marriage. And Miss Judy starts crying because it's just heartbreaking to know that people so close to you are trying to destroy your family. And so they have this moment where they both start crying, and it's just so sad that these women would resort to this. It's ugly, and I really hope they don't bring this back. I hate it because there are kids involved. You know what I mean? Y'all can adults be messy on your own, but when children are involved in it, it becomes very uncomfortable to watch. So I hope they get rid of this next season. Then we have this battle for Powerhouse that Self had talked about in the last episode between Mariah Lynn and Major Galore. Bottom line, they both bombed. Like, it was not... Woo! It was not nothing to talk about. And I honestly feel, Galore, that guy got your back for popping it and twerking it on that altar. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't, you can't open your legs and grab your titties on a holy altar and think you're going to have a banging performance the next day. Don't do him like that. He don't play. So although Mariah Lynn didn't do well on the stage at all, she had some reads. Because, I mean, she was reading everybody that was there at that little concert. She read Major Galore. She read her turtleneck. She read her vocals. Then she read Rich. Listen, Mariah Lynn had time today. Major Galore had a little read too, because Mariah tried to clap at her and she clapped right back. She was like, I saw you up there twerking, but it wasn't working. And then Mariah Lynn goes, well, I didn't know that you were going to rap and sing. That's why you should always talk to the sound guy first. So it was getting a little heated between them two. Then Major Galore throws a drink at Mariah Lynn. And the only thing I have to say about that is, Mariah Lynn, I think you need to stop performing at this little club or even coming here, because this place is not safe for you. You are always getting liquids thrown at you. And if you don't have a proper beat and a proper bodega wig, you in trouble. So maybe you just need to stay out of this little club, because it ain't safe for your beat and for your bodega wig. Then we get to Drewski and Sky, and I got a lot of things to say about this little scene, because Sky, I need to know, what does Drewski have on you? Is he paying your school loans? Did you rob a bank and tell him? Do you have family members who are in this country illegally and he know that tea? Something is going on. He has to have something on you, because this boy treats you like garbage, trash, basura, and you keep on coming back, and he not even cute. Where they do that at? Black women don't normally jump ship like this. Like, black men, they will jump ship to anything. You know what I mean? They will date anything just as long as it has a job, and a working car. They don't care. But black women, we are loyal to black men, sometimes to a fault. So I just cannot fathom why Sky is staying in this relationship with Drewski. If a sister is with a white guy, it's because, our credit is probably messed up. We need bail money, you know what I mean? Or the rent is too damn high. And of course, love. Like, I'm not doubting that at all. But I'm just like, black women go through so much when we are in interracial relationships, especially with a white guy. You know what I mean? So the white dude gotta be like damn near perfect for a sister to want to go through all that she's going to go through. She's going to be dragged by her kin. She's going to be dragged by strangers. She's going to be called a Negro bedwench all over social media for the remainder of this relationship. So the white guy has to be worth it. As of now, I don't see the worthiness in Drewski. Maybe if Drewski looked like Brad Pitt back in his Fight Club days, then I'd be like, okay, sis, I can understand. Maybe if he was a Rockefeller, okay, then I can understand. But as of right now, I haven't heard about a Drewski trust fund. So I'm just not understanding why she's taking this L for this dude. And I mean, he disrespects her, tapes her, puts it on social media, then chastises her for raising her voice for being upset. I'm like, girl, you do not have to go through this. I've always been sick of this whole storyline. You know what I mean? Because I just, like, he played Bianca, he playing Sky. I'm just like, y'all, if you are going to have a storyline, this love triangle with a white guy, y'all got to do better. Y'all have got to give black women something better than this, because this is embarrassing and disrespectful. Mona, you can do better. You can give us something nice. Give us one of them nice little Sicilian Jersey Shore boys or something, or we can be like, oh my God, well, he got muscle, so I understand something. This is embarrassing, and I am highly offended. So then we have this dramatic scene between Cisco and Rich about their friendship. And I'm telling you, I thought this scene was cut right out of Fences or State Property too, because it was so dramatic. It was so gritty. It was so, reality TV real. And I think that Rich gave his best performance. He emoted perfectly. If he doesn't win an NAACP Image Award for this performance, I'm going to be upset. And you should feel cheated, Rich, because you gave it your all. You might want to send Kenya from the Real Housewives of Atlanta your acting coach's number, because I have seen vast improvements in your performance from season 1 to now. Bravo, Rich Dollars. Bravo. DJ Self calls this sit down between Mariah Lynn and Major Galore. And at first the ladies are like bucking at each other, not really getting along. Mariah Lynn throws water. Then Galore comes after Self and it's just like, you should have invited me here without knowing that she was going to be here. And she was bucking real hard until she realized that Self was not playing. And she was about to get cut from this little label. So she got herself together and finally apologized to Mariah Lynn. Then Mariah Lynn gives this horrible apology. If I was Major Galore, I wouldn't have accepted it. But, you know, money is money. So she's trying to like keep her, you know, keep herself clothed. So she apologizes or whatever. But then Mariah Lynn makes like this comment about like a $20 dress and like trying to shame Major Galore for that. And I just want to say this. First of all, Mariah Lynn, both you and Major Galore shop at Filene's basement. So let's stop acting like you are always slaved in Balenciaga. Neither one of you girls can even afford to look in that store. So calm down and stop trying to shame Major Galore for being savvy. There's nothing wrong with a $20 dress or a $12 turtleneck. That's a steal. Don't hate. Then Samantha gets this call from Mendices in prison, and she's like, oh, I thought that he was calling me about little Mendices' birthday party. Girl, you know good and well he was not calling about your son's birthday party. What is he going to do? Talk about balloon colors from prison? Stop it. He was calling you because you're being messy with his wife. Don't get no attitude now. You women are talking so tough now with this man in prison. But when he was out, I couldn't find Erica, and you was quiet as a Cheshire cat? Cheshire cat? A mouse. Quiet as a mouse, okay? You get what I'm trying to say. And when he comes out, neither one of you are going to be doing all that talking. If I was Yandy, I would mind my business and mind my kids. Listen, little Mendices and I see him, you just can't see him, girl. They can't hang around them kids. Let that father deal with that. He made his bed. He got to lie in it. And that is his problem to take care of. You better go on, be you, live your life, get your coins, get your money, and raise them kids and have a good time doing it. Stop bothering with them bitter baby mothers and them kids. They ain't yours and they ain't your problem. You better move on. So then Yandy and this Judy go up and try to roll up on Erica and confront her about her trying to take Yandy down. And then Samantha shows up and Yandy tries to drop this tea that to Erica that Samantha is taping her, and Erica doesn't care. Yandy, neither one of them care. First of all, they're not even friends. They have come together because they have a mutual enemy, and it's you. You need to leave them women alone, because once you leave them alone, that little messy clique or messy buddy system that they have is going to fall apart. They don't probably even like each other, but they hate you more. So they're going to come after you. Let it go. Stop getting involved in that and all their drama. But I will say this. When Samantha looked at Miss Judy and was like, I'm recording you. And what? Samantha is so disrespectful to Miss Judy. I get that you and Mendices are not together. That is still, you know, your son's grandmother. Like, she just has no respect. The way she speaks to her is just highly disrespectful. She talks to her like she's some dude on the street. And it's so horrible. And Miss Judy just takes it. She just takes it. Or maybe that's a New York thing. I don't know. Anyway, Samantha calls Yandy out her name. Yandy bucks up and tries to go after her. And let me tell you something, Yandy. I love you, but sweetie, you are not about that life. You did not even come there to fight. You walked in there with a top bun, a high top bun, chandelier earrings, a peplum top, and heels. You did not come to fight. You're not about that life, and that's okay. I'm not about that life. It's just not in my nature. I'm not the type that fights like that. That's why I'm very quick with my words and very witty. You know, I'd learned to use my words because fighting was just not for me. I always feel guilty if I ever put like my hands on somebody, and it ends up hurting me more. So I just don't do it. Also, I'm not ruining God's canvas. I leave the fighting for the tender-eye folks who ain't got nothing to lose. It is not for me. So that's okay. You don't have to be a fighter. It's fine. But don't buck up like you are, because people who are fighters will tear your behind up. Stay woke. That's where the episode ends. This was not a filler episode. It was juicy. It had a lot of meaty things happening. And next week seems to be even juicier. Black Love is coming back. We may get a baby. Although I'm not sure, because I've seen Remy Ma. She doesn't look like she's showing. So I'm not sure. Cardi B is back. She may have a new love interest or something maybe sparking up again with that producer that was fighting the air last time she beat up his girlfriend. And then we get more of the baby mamas coming after Yandy and them being concerned about her not being married to Mendices. They are so pressed. Let it go. Anyway, I will be there to review it. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I love the community that we're building here, and I love just interacting with you guys. This has been a lot of fun. I did this because I was bored and I wanted to expand my creativity and see how my jokes are landing. And it's been really, really, really fun. I didn't expect it to be this fun. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.